Hello and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. I'm Moose, and today got another knife review, and this is one I've had for a while, and it's pretty neat. This is the Spyderco Roadie. It's all smudgy. Maybe I should call it the smudgy. Spyderco Roadie, really cool, with lanyard not included. My buddy made this for me. So, all right, so let's get into the specs. We have a overall length is 5 inches, basically. The blade length is 2.99 inches. The cutting edge, so the blade length is to here, but there's a choil, so the actual cutting edge is 1.72 inches. Wait, and no, that isn't right. I don't know where I'm getting my information. Let's just do it this way. So the cutting edge is about 1 3/4 inches, and then the full length of the blade is about 2.25 inches. There we go. Had to adjust because the information I'm reading is definitely wrong. The blade thickness is 0.11 inches thick, and the overall handle length is about 3 inches. That's where that comes from. The other thing is very, very lightweight knife, and it weighs 1 ounce. According to Blade HQ. So, very nice, light, kind of classic slip joint folder. So yeah, let's get into the knife shape and kind of the story behind it. The story behind this goes that TSA, after all the terrorist attacks that have gone on through the airlines, they restricted carry of a lot of things that people used to carry prior to like 9/11. So it was commonplace for people to carry lighters and small pocket knives, just on themselves as carry-ons. Since then, certain things have been banned, specifically cutting tools like pocket knives, and then lighters as well. So there was a brief window where TSA did approve small folding knives as long as they adhered to very strict knife regulations. And Spyderco jumped on that quick, and they designed a knife that fit those specs. And a lot of these specs are kind of similar to like Dutch knife laws, but basically it couldn't have a cutting edge of longer than like 2 inches. It couldn't be a locking blade, so hence the slip joint folder, and it couldn't have a sharp point, I believe. And if not, if I'm wrong, please comment down below, but there's something similar to that. And it had to be at least 2-hand opening. That's why there's no thumb studs or finger holes. So what they came up with was this unique design. It's a slip joint. It has doesn't have a nail nick, but it is a 2-hand opening. And what they did, which is pretty smart, is they just kind of milled out 2 divots on either side that are circular, so that when you pull it out, you pinch those 2 with your finger and your thumb and your index finger, and you're able to deploy the knife. It doesn't lock, but they did put a forward finger choil on there so that you can't really close it on accident because your finger's there. Even back here, that finger choil does do some protection there. So now looking at the blade, we have a flat ground, plain edge blade. You have the finger hole divots there. You have the Spyderco hole just for, Spyderco's sake. You also have the little Spyderco spider there. It says Spyderco N690, and then it's an Italian knife from Monago, Italy. So cool little blade. There is jimping on the top as well as in the finger choil. Has this cool kind of upswept sheep's foot design, and the handle scales are made out of FRN, and they just have the Spyderco logo. Hardware is silver, and it is an adjustable pivot, which is nice, but then the rest is a pinned construction, and it has a lanyard hole. It's big enough for paracord. So definitely a cool little fun user. Does work great as a CP knife or a change pocket knife. There is no pocket clip on it. but definitely a more traditional style, a modern take on a traditional style slip joint folder, and with the upgraded materials works really well. Apologize for any dogs barking. But then two, let's compare it to some other knives. We have the Robin. We have, I'll just throw this in here, CRKT Snailer. We'll just throw that in there for the heck of it. And, we'll just throw in Benchmade mini grip. So if we put this up here, right there, there's no cutting edge there. You basically see that cutting lengthwise, it's under 2 inches. The blade, more or less. The actual cutting edge is 1 3/4, which is actually pretty similar to the Robin if we line those up. The Robin's about 2 inch cutting length exactly. And obviously the mini grip is much larger. The cool thing too with this Roadie is you do get a full 3-finger grip and almost 4. So for still being a fairly short blade, you still get a pretty decent grip with the fingers, which is pretty nice. Blade thickness wise, the Roadie is thicker than the Robin here. Handle thickness wise, it is thinner compared to the mini grip. The tangs actually look pretty similar. And then handle thickness, obviously the Roadie is smaller. And then this is just a bottle cap opener keychain. So that's just a size comparison, but thickness. Alright guys, not really sure if it even matters to do the Ugly Brown glove test because it isn't a single hand opening knife, but grip wise, not much grip unless you're on the actual raised logo of the Spyderco. So they could have put some texturing on here or even some jimping on the spine. Once you actually get to the jimping on the actual knife, it does add some grip. Nothing drastic, but enough. And with the pinch choil, if you kind of pinch your thumb into your index finger there, it really doesn't slide, so that's actually pretty good. So there you have it. Does it pass? I'm gonna call this like no contest because it's not a single hand opening knife, you know, so 2-hand opening. I'll say it's a pass. I'm not gonna give it a letter grade, so it's like a pass or fail, so pass, I guess. Other than that, remember it doesn't come with this lanyard, but it is nice to maybe add something like that on just to give your pinky something to purchase on instead of try to squeeze up in there. But otherwise it is 3 fingers and great for small cutting tasks and maybe urban EDC. Alright, so thank you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out these other videos over here. Remember, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm going to be trying to pump out videos at least once a week. Yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you outside.